Hello and welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. I'm your host, Jay, and today we're answering your coaching business questions with a very special featured guest, Jaclyn Wallach. She is a transformative career coach and intuitive leader, and she's here to ask a really important question. So I can't wait to jam with you. Hi, Jackie.
Hey Jay, thank you so much for having me on with you today. I'm so excited to ask my question.
Yes, I'm so excited to jam with you. What is it that you're looking to find out today?
Well, I was thinking about this, and there are a lot of times where I feel really stuck in trying to create something really profound or really needed for my clients. And I would love to be able to put something out there in the world where I don't feel stuck and something that will really shape and help and create just this beautiful space for my tribe and my clients. And I know you're really good at doing that. So my question to you is, where do you get the inspiration for your programs, and so that way you can help your own tribe?
Oh, this is such a fun question, Jaclyn, and I've got a really great way of relating to inspiration and creation that I can share with you. So it actually involves two specific parts. One is looking into the outside world, and two is moving inward to your own inner guidance system. So I'll share with you these two focuses and what to do. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so inspiration is one of my favorite words because the word itself has kind of a striking definition that I'd love to share with you. So inspiration is defined as the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. It also is defined as a sudden, brilliant, creative, or timely idea. But get this, this is my favorite part of the net definition actually in the dictionary, and it is the drawing in of breath and inhalation. So that last part always just gives me chills every time, because here's how it relates to the process that I want to share with you about creating your programs. So there are two parts to a breath, obviously. There's breathing in and then there's breathing out. And lots of things are happening when you breathe, both inside and outside of the body. And internally, you need oxygen to oxidize food to provide energy to run the body, and you need to get rid of excess carbon dioxide, which would otherwise build up in the blood. And our animal kingdom has this kind of symbiosis with the planet kingdom, which plants perform photosynthesis, which produces oxygen and consumes carbon dioxide, right? While our metabolism produces carbon dioxide and uses oxygen. So there's this beautiful dance. If you caught that, there's a diamond insight in there. So the creative process for birthing new acts of service into the world, I think, requires the same flow that our animal kingdom and plant kingdom experience in connection when it comes to inspiration. So in order to survive and thrive, we must breathe in inspiration and then breathe out creation. And this is a part of our life force as humans that I think we rarely take the space to appreciate how rewarding it feels to engage with inspiration. You know, like, it's such a powerful experience. So just as there are two parts to a breath, there are two important ways to find inspiration for your coaching programs or your products or your live workshops. It could even be speeches and live events. So the process involves intrinsic and extrinsic focus on resources. So for inspiration, I follow our breath by way of example. And an inhale is only possible because the plant creates the oxygen our body needs to exhale carbon dioxide, which the plants need. So I know I'm over-articulating this process, but I think it's so cool because inspiration requires this same extrinsic act to create a healthy flow for new ideas. So we start with extrinsic focus when we're focusing on creating something. And everything I create in my coaching business begins by looking for the essential problem of someone or something operating from the outside. So this could be a problem I see in the world, or someone I care about, or most importantly, my ideal client. So if you want to get really authentically aligned, you should be playing detective and tuning into the specific problems of your niche group or tribe or your ideal client. So we start our intrinsic focus by asking questions like, who would you love to work with, and what problems are keeping them up at night? So what is an actual problem in their life that needs to be solved, or that if they had some kind of solution or a path to a solution, it would make their life significantly better? Next, on our extrinsic mission, we want to ask the question through research. So I usually research everything I can about that problem and look for the answers that I don't know already. So you want to look for things like, what already exists as a solution for this problem? And is there a desire that is still not being met within someone else's delivery of these resources to solve that problem? And is there, a new way to deliver the information that does not already exist? That's when you really get a diamond program or product. And is there a way to make it easier or more accessible to the people that are desiring to solve this problem? And then my personal favorite, is there a way to make it more fun to solve this problem? So extrinsic focus begins with these questions and a ton of researching and reading. So I personally read when I'm looking for inspiration, books and blogs, expert interviews I'll watch, documentaries. I'll take courses, and I connect and talk to mentors who have experienced solving this problem. Sometimes I'll even join a mastermind to solve this problem in my own life first, or I take a workshop addressing this topic and collect all the ideas that resonate and inspire me. And then this is sort of like that breath in. And then it's time to turn this into something else and release it into the world in a way like our kingdom can utilize it. So part 2 of the process is intrinsic resources. And these are the reflections that live wholly inside of me and you, Jackie. So they are natural and essential insights that we have that uniquely and individually come from our collection and our acquired knowledge through our unique life experience or our way of processing information. So there are 4 baby steps to the intrinsic process. Are you following?
Yes, this is such good information. I'm writing this all down.
Perfect. So the first is your dream lifestyle. Before I create any kind of program or service, I get really clear about my ideal lifestyle. And my mission in this world is to love my life and be fully awake in it. So that means I need to create and deliver my services in a way that feels completely aligned so that I actually love being present to do my work and to do the creation. So after I've done all that research and external stuff, like I'm going to give you an example about that. So if you're considering your dream lifestyle and your desire and why it's important, and my ideal lifestyle is to spend time with my family and enjoy my home here on the beach and in the summer and create a program that runs, let's say, I create a program that runs, let's say, from June to August for 40 clients, offering one-on-one coaching for an hour twice a month. I've just basically myself out of my dream life because I wasn't thinking about what I wanted. And on the flip side, if I considered my dream lifestyle first, I would have created a group program maybe in March that runs 1 month for 40 people and requires 2 hours a week of my time total. So I'm done by June, and the program is still easy peasy for me to do. But now I'm tapped into my ideal way of spending my time in service. And most people really forget this step, and then they want to punch themselves in the face because they're like, what was I thinking? Later you're doing all this work and you're not thriving in it. So don't be that person, Jackie. Do step 1 and remember to think about your ideal lifestyle. So the first question to ask is, once I'm ready to go from extrinsic resources to intrinsic resources, is how does this idea or project fit into the desire I have for my personal values, my ideal lifestyle, and how I uniquely like to connect with my clients? Because you've got to be passionate about your work in order to have massive impact and success. So the question under desire and lifestyle is, am I passionate about solving this problem? And do I have a personal opinion and ideas to share around this? And then we're almost done. We move into creation next. So creation starts with the question, how do I desire to bring this into creation, and in what form am I going to help this person or the world solve this problem? Meaning, how do I want to deliver this product? So are you going to do it in person? Is it going to be online, over the phone? Is it a product or a one-on-one interaction? Is it a group workshop or a speech or an ongoing program or a mastermind or a retreat? This is where I start to mix up the extrinsic and the intrinsic resources I've collected and clarify them together. So you merge them to create your own version of information and delivery that's so unique to you, and no one would do it that way. And the last part of intrinsic detective work is reward. So you have to consider, what is the energetic exchange that feels comparable for my time and energy investment in solving this problem? What is the value that I believe this brings into the world for the greater good, and what amount of payment is comparable in adding value to my life as well as a result of my passion for this? So what is the exact reward or profit that I desire to make from solving this problem and investing my creative genius into this mission? And finally, Jackie, it's not worth creating if you are not going to have fun, and if you're going to be present and you're going to remember creating it with love. So please infuse every creation with your personal touch of passion, play, and personality. And that is how you breathe in inspiration for your next program and breathe out something that your fans and followers in your tribe will knock down the doors to get in on. And remember that the 3 parts of the intrinsic process, they are your essential business power. It's a really important tip in there, which was desire, your hunger for creation, and your lifestyle, the actual creation, so your talent and how you do it, and then the reward, your wealth that you get back. And combined, those 3 balanced together become your essential business power. And that's my process for finding inspiration for my services. So Jackie, I would love to know, what is your biggest takeaway from this little chat, and what's the action that you desire to take as a result?
Oh, this was such a great, great answer. Thank you so much, Jay. I didn't think I'd be getting such a great answer.
You're so welcome.
I think my biggest takeaway from this was just remembering that everything is truly this beautiful dance in this cycle, and that I don't have to just get stuck in my head. I really can draw this energy and this excitement that I feel for my work and bring it to my own clients and my own tribe in such a beautiful way. And I loved the different steps that you took for each of them. And for me, because I'm both intellectual, but I'm also very spiritual at the same time. I kind of need those steps so that way I feel like I can tap into that divine sense of myself. So thank you so much for that, and for just creating this space for me to feel that. So I think my next step is going to be to see what it is that my clients would like to be feeling and would like to be receiving from me, and doing that research so that way I can go out and help them in the best way possible.
Just feeling more into that problem you can solve for them. And
absolutely.
It's fun when you know that you're on that mission, when you're clear that you're like proactively seeking what are those problems that are existing, and then doing that dance with the intrinsic and extrinsic merging of how can you be there for them in a way that feels really good for them and for you.
Absolutely, and I loved it because I can almost feel them now. Like, thinking of it this way, I can feel my clients in that way, and create the space for them that's truly meant for them, and that way I can have more fun and creative with them as they get to grow, and I get to grow with them, and I get to grow for myself both personally and professionally. So thank you.
Mm. Thank you, Jackie, so much for this question. Oh, awesome. So, and now we would love to hear from you and your zone of genius. Sisterhood discussions happen in the comment section of the blog over on JanineYoder.com, which you can find right below. And we'd love for you to come and give and receive there by answering a question too. So I'd love to know, is there a special way that you get inspired to create your offerings that we may have missed? And if so, please share it with us. And I'd also love to know what was the part of that most resonated with you from Jackie's question and my response. And if you liked this tips, be sure to subscribe so that you can not miss any of our episodes. And really share this with someone if you think it would help someone so that they can wake up every Wednesday alongside of you with us here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see your sweet buns next Wednesday with more tips and tricks for expanding your coaching business and standing in the spotlight, which we were born to do. And I'm so thankful for your question. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to become a confident and masterful life coach? Imagine feeling completely supported by a brilliant sisterhood while you launch your dream business and attain financial freedom. Mentor Masterclass is an all-in life coach training program for 40 women who are on a mission to learn from the best. You can join Mentor Masterclass at the beginning of any new month while spaces are available. Head on over to mentormasterclass.com to learn more about the training and apply now. You're welcome. I give gifts in the form of downloadables, detailed research, blah, 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 blah.